Hey, so in this video we're going to have a look how to set a fence post using some concrete mix, as concrete mix is something that has been around for many decades and it really had a time to prove itself. So let's go ahead and see how to get that done. Before you start digging, first thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to determine our property line and our fence line, the line where our fence is actually going to sit. As you can see, I already stretched out the rope between one side of the house to the other side of the house, exactly on the property line between these two neighbors, and that's basically a fence line where the fence is going to sit. Once we drill the hole for the post and we set the post will be sitting right against this rope. It's not gonna push the rope, it's gonna sit right flush against this rope, and that's the whole point, that you can set your post exactly on your fence line or the property line. Usually you're gonna have your post set on every 8 or 10 feet, depends how it's done in your area or whatever you like. And in our case, this is fairly short fence line. We only have 27 feet, so I'm gonna divide the difference between 9.3 feet for each post, because I want my panels to look symmetrical. So let's go ahead and do the measurement. Basically, this is going to be our first post right here on the corner of our house, and I'm going to take 9.3 feet from there. That's exactly right here. And next one, another 9.3 feet. It's going to be right here. And our last one will basically sit on the other end. Now we have all our 4 posts marked, and once I come here with the auger, I'm going to remove the pickets and I know where to drill. And it's basically the same thing with the other side of the house. Wherever you do your fence, you're starting with one post. So I'm going to make a mark over here and mark over here, and you have to determine where your gate will be sitting. So let's say I want my gate to start right over here, and I want my gate to be 4 feet. So I'm going to measure 4 feet, and that's my other gate post will be sitting. Once I come with auger, just going to remove the pickets, and I know where to set my bit. I decided to rent an auger from Home Depot just to show you guys how this works, but it's really not a bad idea to get a contractor to drill those holes for you, as they're usually fairly cheap, as they usually charge from $10 to $12 to $15 per hole. But if you decide to do this by yourself, make sure you go 3 feet deep and 10 or 12 inch wide. It depends what kind of bit you're gonna get. And when I go 10 inch wide, I pour 2 bags of cement, and when I go 12 inch wide, I pour 3 bags of cement. So once again, I stretch this green string across our fence line. That's gonna serve as a guide when I start setting this post, as this post will be sitting just slightly against this string without even barely touching it, maybe 1 millimeter away. And once we set all those posts against the string, then we know we kind of have them straight. If you have someone to help you, you're basically going to level the post just like that, while someone else is pouring the concrete around the post. And if you're working by yourself, you're going to have to anchor this post for the ground so it doesn't move while you're pouring the concrete. So I have it approximately where I want it, fairly straight. So I'm just going to have some anchors added here. I got a 5-gallon pail where I'm gonna add approximately 2.5 liters of water, more or less. I have a mixer that's attached to a regular drill, and I'm just gonna mix it up. When you pour your cement in, do it slowly so you don't get splashed. Just like that. So this is the kind of thickness that I'm looking for. It's not too thick and not too watery. You can have it more thicker, but don't have it too thick and don't have it too watery. While you pour or after you pour, check your level again. One more. If your post hole is 3 feet deep and 10-inch wide, you're probably gonna be okay with only 2 bags of cement. But if you have a 12-inch wide like us here, you're probably gonna need 3 to 4 bags of cement just to have it nicely filled. You can see how this is nicely filled now. Our post is still sitting against the string, and you're gonna check your level one more time to make sure your post is in level, because even after pouring, you still have a few minutes for readjustment. And that's basically how to set your post. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. You can leave a comment down below and subscribe.